it can be really detrimental to our system to just go ahead and swap filters in a commercial system or industrial system and not make adjustments on the airflow side. Oftentimes we get asked, especially in the coronavirus time, can we increase the MERV rating in our filters? I think the first question to ask is, why do you want to increase the MERV rating? What is it about the air that your unit is putting out that's a problem? Some people will want to increase the MERV rating in order to reduce coronavirus or something of that nature. Well, in that case, those particles are so small, increasing MERV rating might not be the right answer. There could be a better right answer, something like needlepoint ionization or UV that could kill those viruses or fungus spores or bacteria, whatever it is that you're concerned about that's in that air. You can sometimes kill those things rather than filter them a lot more energy efficiently. But if it is a MERV rating issue, maybe we're trying to filter out smoke or something of that nature, then you have to remember that if we go with the same filter size but to a higher MERV rating, we're going to add a significant amount of restriction to the blower that's moving air through that unit. That may, at the minimum, in a fixed speed unit, that's going to require that we go in and rebalance the unit, potentially speed up that blower to get the same amount of airflow to move through a tighter filter. Or in some cases, we can achieve that by installing, maybe a 2-inch thick instead of a 1-inch thick filter, or deeper filters, or a new filter box with, essentially, we're trying to get more filter area so that with the tighter filtration, we have the same pressure drop. That will allow the fan to run in the same way and consume the same amount of energy. Where people get into trouble is if they increase the MERV rating of their filters without doing anything with the fan. Now we've got low airflow across our coil in an air conditioning system or across our heat exchanger if it's a fired furnace, right? If we have low airflow in a heating system, we can cause that heat exchanger to overheat and burn out and end up with holes in it. On the cooling side, we can end up with, maybe an icy coil, which would reduce our airflow as well. And it can really damage the efficiency of the system because we're not removing heat as fast as we're supposed to because we're not blowing air across that coil fast enough. So to review, why am I changing it out? And is there a better way? And if I do need to change out filters, then I need to make sure that I make airflow adjustments to cover that.